Okay, kids are finally in bed, so we can talk, moms. All right. So becoming a mom has made me realize something. I say this all the time, but truly, some of the things that were stressing me out the most seem to be some of the things that I truly need to unlearn. And honestly, letting go of them has changed everything. Okay, moms, I'm going to share 3 habits with you that I've been working to unlearn and also share what I've been doing in the process to make better habits to replace them. So here goes. The first one is, drum roll please, raising my voice. Before you judge me and think like, okay, we're screaming at kids. Why is she screaming at kids? No, I don't mean yelling at kids like this in their face, just like, you quit doing this, you quit doing this. I'm like, just doing like that. We're not doing that. I mean, like, we're yelling up the stairs because after me calmly saying that or stepping on the stairs saying, hey, can you do this? Isn't getting clear. And now I'm like yelling. For many of you who have 2-story house or apartment, whatever your living situation is, or even if you have just a bigger space of a house, and sometimes it doesn't even require that, and it's just like the kids cannot hear you and you have to constantly repeat yourself and yell, you understand where I'm going with this. And for anyone who isn't there yet, I hope you don't get there, and hopefully you're watching this and just in case. So if not, it's cool. Just watch it for entertainment purposes. I still appreciate the support. And maybe, as I always say, you can teach me something that I don't know. Again, we're here to learn. So back to what I was saying, it is frustrating once you're constantly yelling at kids 5 million times, like, hey, so and so, can you get up here? Hey, did you hear me? Hey, hey. No one wants to keep doing that. So, moms, I don't know about y'all, but I cannot stand raising my voice. I just can't. It annoys the crap out of me. I feel like it costs me so much energy to just yell your name that at that point I could have did it myself. And then once I do it myself, it's kind of like, did I teach the child anything other than I can ignore my mom and they will do it for me? Probably not. Or did they generally just not hear me? Maybe we have taller ceilings in the house. It's just a thing because my parents said it wasn't like that for us, or is it just these some new brand of kids? I don't know. We're still figuring that out. Who knows? But anyway, I digress. It's just one of those things for me. Maybe y'all going through this situation too. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to figure the situation out. I guess the point that I'm getting at is the way I've had to yell for one of my kids to hear me sometimes, it's a little bit much for me. So I've had to come for a better solution because, like I said, my series is about breaking generational curses and also not creating ones of my own, because I felt like if I had ones from my past, this is one that I'm potentially creating because my kids may not understand why I'm doing that. But then again, you never know. They may or might not. I don't know. But this is me trying something. So in the process of understanding it, because we did have some in-depth conversations like, hey, children, when we call your name, you need to like make sure you are hearing us and come see what we want. Don't yell back, huh? What? Say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, or yes, mom, yes, dad. Just come and see what we need. Those type of situations. It only lasted so long. So I figured instead of constantly yelling at the kids, it's saying come downstairs or send another sibling upstairs. I figured, what is a better way of doing this? And I spoke with my sister about this. And the idea she gave me is get an Amazon Echo. So that way you can get the Alexa app to speak to it and tell the kids whatever you need to tell them. And I was like, I really don't like them playing with screens. She's like, no, they have the whole thing without a screen. I didn't know that because I'm all against a lot of things. And I always think like the kids can do something I don't want them to do. So she's like, oh, it's childproof. I was like, oh, even better. And I ironically was also looking at a smart tablet for the house to kind of make sure like the kids can see what they need to do to kind of encourage them to do chores and finish the things that they need to do because we have pets. So I changed the system a little bit. I got a Cozilla because we had a couple other things we need to figure out as far as scheduling. And so my sister suggested Amazon Echo. So I bought 3 of those and I connected them all together with the Cozilla. And so far it's working because we needed that structure. And I haven't had to yell up the stairs yet. I have not. It's been fantastic. And little did I know, I'm even setting alarms. And I'm so proud of myself, you guys, because I normally wake the kids up, and yes, we'll touch on this another time, but I will say this, you guys, I'm letting the kids wake themselves up with that thing, even though all those different alarms drive me insane, but the kids are getting up. So pat on my back for that. We're doing that. So number 2, another thing I'm unlearning is letting work stress and outside problems or any other thing take away the focus of my family. And I know that one is easier said than done. And what I mean by that is when things can get really overwhelming, flat out just way out of hand, and it's like you can't think about anything else except for that problem, and you bring it home. And I think I've harped on this a lot, so where it's just kind of like I can't focus on anything else, and it's like your kids need your focus. You need to be present for so many things, and it's you're not giving it your all. And granted, we do need our time to kind of process everything and need that moment. And I think we need to scale that back and remember that yes, we do need that moment to take it in and let it breathe, but also remembering that even though we need that job to provide for our family and make sure the bills are taken care of and stuff like that, we all get that work can be a little bit much. And sometimes the outside problems can be too much too. But it's one of those things that we have to remember to give ourselves grace, to breathe as much as we can. But we also have to remember that our children need us too. Our family needs us too. And yes, it's easier said than done, but some issues can be unavoidable, like those outside problems. But at the same time, we have to draw the line and remember that our family loves us and that they need us as well. And giving ourselves grace too. So always when there's an issue, even though things are overwhelming, breathe. Before you entertain anyone else, breathe. Because it's not your family's fault a lot of times when those things arise. That's the most important thing. And then give your 100% to your family because they need you to. And I know that is easier said than done because it can be overwhelming and we have to remember that. But my thing that I'm working on is when work is done, it's done for me. And I know I've harped on this a lot, but it's done for me. And I take my breather on the way home. I breathe. So when my kids get in the car, it's done. How's your day today, honey? How was school? What do you want to do? What's for dinner? Like, what are you feeling for dinner if I don't have anything planned or even if I have room to kind of source something up? Whatever they want to do, whatever they want to talk about. Because at the end of the day, how I'm communicating with them is also how they're going to communicate when they have kids or when they start reacting and communicating with other people as they get older. I don't want them to be this type of person to where they can't socialize correctly with someone else, always have this messed up attitude. And even those situations that are outside of work and everything else, some of them are avoidable. Do we have to put ourselves in a situation? Can we avoid that situation? Is it even necessary? If they are necessary, can we calm it down or is it something that we can kind of control? It's kind of how you want to look at that. So at the end of the day, doing all those things, my biggest takeaway is from that is my goal is to make sure I spend the most time with my children at the end of the day. As long as I'm taking care of them, making sure I'm putting them first. And I was trying to remind myself that this is my children's childhood. I want to cherish it, nurture it, all the good things for them because they only stay this young once. When they have kids, I want them to have good habits and stuff like that and to do the same, if not better. So that's how I look at that. So at the end of the day, I'm actually giving a moment back to my kids and back to me because that stress, unnecessary stress at times when you're taking on longer than what you need to. And it also gives you to have more energy for you and your family. And honestly, I look at stress as a big time killer as well as a lot of other things. So I want to unlearn the negatives of being stressed out or being upset because something didn't go right because sometimes it's going to be out of my control. And that's okay. But it's a lesson to me learn because it could be preparing me for something better that I didn't even know. And it could be good or bad. You never know, but I can be prepared for later. So that is number two. Take care of you moms as you're doing that. So last but not least is, oh my goodness, this one is a little bit tough for me. I don't know if it's tough for you moms, is getting over the fact of it's not going to be done right unless I do it myself. And you have to ask yourself, how are your kids going to learn if you don't show them how to do it, right? So instead, I have been allowing the kids to help me more because that is hard for me. And I don't know, maybe I got a little bit of something going on to where it's just, I don't know, especially with cleaning because it's never clean enough. Or maybe that's a mom thing. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my thing because when I'm in a cleaning mode, like a deep cleaning mode, like I'm in there scrubbing everything and I will literally tell everybody to move and get out of my way. Just get out the way. You can sweep the floor. That's as far as it's going to go. Unless I might let you scrub a wall. But to let the kids help, I have been allowing the kids to help when it's something that they love to cook, like their favorite foods. I've been slowly allowing the kids to help me with cleaning because it's more of a exciting thing. Like, oh, mommy's cleaning. I want to help my mommy. It takes a little bit of patience with that, but I'm doing it. I'm allowing it to happen. And that's a little bit hard because it's just kind of one of those things like you can't get mad at your kids when you're saying like you need to clean your room, you need to do something if you're not properly showing them how to do it. And that is something that, again, is easier said than done. So sometimes you have to sit there and say, hey, this is how you do it, and then sit back and allow them to do it. And to me, it's almost like you have to like duct tape my hands or something like that because it's just kind of like, oh, they're not moving fast enough. Oh, they're not doing this and this. I'm like, in my mind, it's like, okay, they're kids. You have to allow them to move at their pace. You have to allow them to do that. And it's so hard because in my mind, I'm thinking about all the things that I have to do and still get them ready for school the next day. This is me. I'm learning that hurry up and get everything done, quick lightning speed moment, and giving myself grace, giving them grace and letting them get done because this is that teaching phase. This is how they learn so they can be prepared for life as they get older. So in the process of that, we're also spending time together. It just teaches them things along the way. So, and it's also teaching me the biggest lesson that motherhood is not perfect. It's you're learning as you grow as well. So it's always you're steady learning, no matter how perfect we want it to be. I have to say, definitely learning these things has been a little bit challenging because everybody has to be up and going, going, going. And I don't know where I got that from. Because I'm telling you right now, if I would have did content creation when I was having kids, I think that would have been funny because I think for me it was a struggle when I was pregnant with kids because I'm like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this when I have the kid because I always had to move and I didn't give myself grace when I was pregnant because I had to move all the time. I don't mean this as I was like a hard person to be with, but I think it was the most challenging thing to realize I couldn't move as fast as I wanted to move. So learning to have more patience, I think, and being a mother all the way up to now has been my biggest lesson. And every single time things happen, I'm being reminded of that. And it's not in a bad way. It's more of a, okay, this is how you learn it and doing this and doing that. So I'm completely grateful. And I couldn't be happier. And I don't understand how I'm learning the lesson every time. But I'm happy. So now that I share my 3 habits that I'm trying to unlearn here, and yes, it's been a struggle, and I'm definitely comfortable sharing that. And other things that I'm actually working on, I will share that when the time comes because I'm still learning what they are. This journey has definitely been being a mother is definitely always an interesting trip. So, and I think it's the greatest gift. But I will honestly say unlearning these habits have been interesting. All right, moms, I just shared my 3 habits with you that I am working to unlearn at this time. And as they continue to come, I will also share more with you if you like. If you have questions about the Amazon Echo or the Kazilla, I will answer those if you want me to, because no one's paying me for this. I'm just doing it because it's making my life easier. Like I said, I'm here to help other moms, but I can also put up other videos too, just to kind of let you know how that's working in the future if you like me to, just to kind of see where I'm at with that. But yeah, sorry for the length on that one. Like I said, I'm just super excited that it's working and it's a lot less stress on me. So I am curious to know if you have some things that you are unlearning at this time. If so, share them in the comments. I would love to hear about them. And as always, I'm curious to know and learn and see how much we can grow together. And again, I'm always here to support you as much as I can. And don't forget to check out my Power File Reset Guide, moms. The link is in the description below. It is free for you to download, and it's for those times that you're overwhelmed. And even when you're going through moments like this, to where you're trying to figure out what do I need to unlearn, what were my most struggles that I've been going through lately, and maybe those that kind of reveal some of the things that you may be struggling with. And if you are struggling with some things that you were trying to unlearn, if you feel like sharing, feel free to comment down below. I would love to hear. Maybe we can talk about it. And until then, moms, I will see you next week. Bye, moms.